The future of abortion access in our state is murky at best. Right now, a 1931 law made unenforceable by Roe v. Wade still isn't in effect, but only because of a court injunction. If that law were to go back into enforcement, there's also the fact that some prosecutors, including Attorney General Dana Nessel, will refuse to prosecute doctors performing abortions and violating that law. We spoke to 3 prosecuting attorneys right here in mid-Michigan to find out how they are moving forward. Ingham County Prosecutor Carol Seaman says she doesn't think justice will be served by prosecuting those doctors, but most of them would probably have to stop anyway to avoid losing their license or being sued. She, however, will not prosecute those doctors. Jackson County Prosecutor Jerry Jarzinka says it was a law passed by the legislator and signed by the governor, and his position is to just follow the law. Doug Lloyd, an Eaton County prosecuting attorney, says the law is enforced due to Dobbs versus Jackson ruling, but abortion doctors won't be locked up for violating it until there are criminal complaints filed and then go to the normal process. The 1931 law isn't the only law that officials are choosing to enforce or not enforce. Michigan also has laws against adultery and sodomy that already are enforced due to changing times. And officials in Lansing say the number of juvenile arrests in the city has declined over the past few years, and there are a number of factors contributing to that trend, including community engagement and police department programs. Police Chief Ellery Sosby says the decrease shows that some of the department's community engagement is working. He says there's no magic formula to combat youth arrests and violence, but a program that puts officers in schools and teaches kids about avoiding gangs and other pitfalls seems to be making a difference. According to Sosby's data, in 2020, the juvenile arrest count was 88. That fell to 73 in 2021. It also says the offense court for Lansing's youth saw a steep decline from 625 in 2020 to 420 a year later. Soseby says the department is looking at how some surrounding cities handle interactions with young people and what kind of programs they have in place as an alternative to making arrests. We also reached out to the police commission for comment on the decline in juvenile requests, but we did not hear back. And there's new information tonight about a tragic house fire in Lansing that killed a 23-month-old boy. This happened on East Kavanaugh Street Monday morning and hospitalized his mother and his 2 siblings. The Lansing fire marshal tells Fox 47 that the smoke detectors in the home were not functioning properly, meaning this tragedy could have been avoided. He did not specify how many detectors there were in the home or any other information about the investigation. The city's director of communications says the home was a rental property owned by Evolve Real Estate, but it was not registered as a rental with the city. The address for that company is in DeWitt. We went there, but nobody answered the door. The address for the taxpayer for the property is in Grand Rapids. Lansing's economic planning director says his team looks for placement and operation of smoke detectors when they're inspecting properties. But this property wasn't inspected since it wasn't registered as a rental property. The director says he is also not aware of any other properties in Lansing owned by Evolve Real Estate.